Hello, in this video I will be demonstrating a new web-based platform that we have been working on, and essentially it allows you as a buyer to get connected with bulk sellers or suppliers. And this web-based platform could be branded with your logo, your colors, and so on, so it looks just like your website. Essentially how it works is a seller or supplier, and for the rest of this video I'll refer to them as sellers, will upload their inventory using a simple CSV spreadsheet. And for this use case we're going to talk about textbook inventory. Although the way this platform works, it could certainly be utilized for inventory other than college textbooks. So the seller uploads their inventory and it is automatically matched with your want list. As a buyer, you have a want list or a buy list or catalog that you've uploaded into the system, so that automatically, instantaneously matches what the seller uploads as inventory to your buy list, and it outputs a purchase order. Now, that purchase order can be manually approved by you, or it can be automatically approved. And also a great feature right here is that your want list is automatically decremented in terms of the quantity. As soon as a purchase order is generated, it makes dynamic adjustments to that want list, so you're never overbuying, in other words. Then the seller can ship for free, either through a small parcel account or through a freight collect account. And then with your payment terms that you set up with your sellers, that can be check or ACH. Here I have net 30 as an example from receipt of books. So I'm going to go ahead and log in as a seller. So this is the seller facing side of things. And you bring your sellers, you bring your bulk booksellers to this platform, or we would help you recruiting more sellers. And it's motivating to them because it's extremely easy to use, and it's kind of a one-stop selling for them. So this is what a seller sees when they first log in, and it's just going through how to participate in the program, what to expect, what your condition requirements are as a buyer, and some pictures as needed. And then they can download your buy list or your want list. This could have ISBN and price, or it could have ISBN quantity, price, depending on how much data you want to expose. And then next, they can upload their sell list or upload the inventory that they want to sell to you right now. So I'll demonstrate that. And here I've created a CSV sell list in advance so that you can see the easy step-by-step process that a seller would go through in order to sell to you. They can upload ISBN quantity, and optionally the seller can upload the minimum sell price that they want for that book. And if their minimum is higher than what you're willing to buy it for, then it will not add it to the purchase order. So let's take a look at the data real quick. This is the data in the file that I selected. I'm just, in this case, sending these 6 ISBNs, and I am indicating as a seller the minimum price that I'm willing to part ways with my inventory. So this is my inventory as a seller. So I'm going to upload that, and here it's just confirming my sell list, that I've got the right data in the right columns. And here it's asking me if I want to filter my results. So this is useful from the seller's perspective if they're uploading thousands of rows of data and they only want to see things that are close to the buy price. So as a buyer, you've uploaded that buy list saying that I want to buy these books at these prices. Those prices are set. So in this case, I'm not going to filter my results because I'm only uploading 6 books. So I go to the next step as a seller. And here I'm seeing an error because as a purchase order, this is configurable, but the purchase order must contain 150 units in order to be accepted. And the current quantity, based on what I uploaded and what happened here, we'll go through a few examples. Current quantity is only 31. So let's go through line by line what happened here. So in this case, I uploaded again, if we look at the data, I uploaded a quantity 10, but your buy list as the buyer only has a quantity 6 in that buy list from here. So it's automatically lowered the quantity down to the max. Here it did that again. Now here I've indicated 7248 is, as a seller, that's the minimum I will part ways for this book. But you want to pay 6748, so it's zeroing that out. So this transaction will not go on to the purchase order because what the seller wants to sell it for is higher than what you want to pay as a buyer. Here we have more quantity being lowered, and again, this is a case where in the data as a seller I want 1949, but as a buyer you're only willing to pay 949, so that doesn't go onto the purchase order. Now at this point, if this was at least 150 units, as a seller I can enter my own invoice number, and then I also need to ship, as you can see, within 7 days. So as a seller I need to indicate back to the buyer when I'm willing to ship. Alright, also as a seller I can track my purchase orders that are pending approval, purchase orders that are approved for shipment. I could even go into those, drill into those. If I need to, I could cancel. I could download the PO as a CSV. Or this is a great feature as a seller if I know that, well, I can actually only ship 40 of those, not 42. I can only ship 5 of these. Then I can upload my shortages before I ship, and then that'll automatically be reflected here in the purchase order, as well as those quantities would automatically, dynamically go back onto your buy list. So now let's take a look at the admin side of the system where you as a buyer have access, only you. Alright, I've logged into the admin area here, and as a seller, first you have a dashboard. You can search by PO number, invoice number, seller name. You can look at what POs maybe require approval, or if they're on auto approval, that would not go into this bucket. So every purchase order has a status, and it's tracked, the life cycle of that purchase order is tracked through various statuses. You can add more sellers that bulk book sellers that you want to invite to essentially upload inventory against your buy list. There is a purchase order screen here where you can search purchase orders. You can also do that on the dashboard, as I mentioned. And also you can upload your buy list here in the admin area. and it's very simple to do that. All you need to do is upload ISBN, quantity, and your buy price. And your buy price is the price that will be on the purchase order. So this is not a bidding system where this is not a system where the sellers all upload their inventory and then you get the lowest price. It's a system where you set what you're willing to pay, and then as soon as that seller uploads their inventory, the purchase order is automatically dynamically generated right there. The last thing I want to show is this admin users, and we have a delineation here between you as a buyer. You could optionally have a separate processor. So if you want to process and reconcile these purchase orders yourself, you can do that. If you want to have McKinsey Books or some other third-party company process and reconcile these purchase orders, in other words, check for shortages, overages, and condition problems, then we offer that service as an add-on module to this. So essentially there are three options when receiving and reconciling a purchase order. You can either receive and reconcile purchase orders yourself using your software, or you can receive and reconcile the purchase orders using our software as an add-on module to this. We call that system SPARC. It stands for Systematic Processing and Record Keeping. Or the third option is we can receive and reconcile and bin and hold the books using that same add-on module. That's all for this video. Please let me know if you have any questions or if you'd like a live screen share demo of the application. I'd love to talk to you about that further. Thank you very much.